You ain't got nothing yet? Oh, wow.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon for March 29th. This particular Fliptainment episode, Flipman's Daily Live, Wholesaling Real Estate Without Using Your Cash or Credit, aka Fliptainment. Morning, afternoon Q&A. First, we got a number we need to introduce to you, all right? Trying to build my community. I can reach out to you guys when I go live, when I upload new videos, because Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or say you have all these followers, but only a certain number, you all, a small certain, will get an alert when new content or live streams are available. So we're trying to resolve that problem. Plus, at the same time, add some value, as I always like to do, by giving you an opportunity to get questions answered, like I do or whatever. So
I can't hear anything
on Instagram. Yeah, I see it. Testing. Okay, there we go. All right. But anyway, so that number that you can text, and I'll be referring to it for different things. But if you want to know, first we're going to start with, if you want to know when we go live, simply text the word live to 205-964-5243 right here up top here. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can see the number and the lower third banner at the bottom of the screen with the phone number. Also, if you have a question or two, text the word question to that number, 205-964-5243. You want the contract, text the word contract to that number. You want the closing detail sheet, text the word close to that number. You want a partner, JV 50/50, text 50/50 to that number. I think you're getting the point. If you want to join us live, text the word now to that number. If you want to join the live stream and ask a question, text the word now to that number. So again, I'll be repeating all of that over time. So comps101.com if you want to submit your deals, get them comped. You want to know what the ARV is, we'll send you an actual video telling you why we think it's this amount. Should help you put deals together. If you want a copy of the contract that I've been using since 2003, that's what you do. Text 205-964-5243. It's in the bio of my Instagram. I guess I'll put it in the bio, TikTok also. But text that number, text the word contract, boom, get you going. So you want to partner with me, you want a JV on deals, text 5050 to that number, 205-964-5243. So if you ain't, you're gonna get tired of it, trust me. So let's get it.
I have one. This one came from Dino Goddard on YouTube.
Oh, send the thing.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay. This one came from Dino Goddard on YouTube. He's sending you an address, but we're not doing those comps right now. So you have to wait to Comps 101 on Thursday.
Or just submit it to comps101.com and we'll comp it.
All right. DJ Tito from YouTube said, what dialer is Flipman currently using?
We don't do a lot of cold calling currently, but when I start back, I'll be using batch dialer.
All right, this is on Instagram. Does wholesaling with a realtor's license give me an advantage? And is it necessary to even have it?
Well, to answer your second question first, it's not necessary to have a license to wholesale real estate in all 48 of the 50 states. Illinois and Kansas require that. In the city of Pennsylvania, you need a wholesaler's license, as they call it, but it's not a real estate license. So, but I guess the advantage could be, as long as you keep the investor mindset first, the advantage could be is that you're going to generate a lot of leads if you're doing what you need to do as a wholesaler. The majority of those are not going to be deals for wholesaling. So you could transition some of those into listings. So you can still probably get paid off of those or whatever. But that needs to be like the secondary option, because you can make more money wholesaling than being a real estate agent.
All right, this is on Instagram. Why is 70% of ARV so important?
Well, you're thinking in terms of the investor. That other 30% that makes 100 is really what you're looking at, but 70% makes it easier to calculate. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter, but so the 30% is the potential investor, and it's just an estimate of whether some people may want more than that as far as profit, but it's their profit and holding costs. That's why it's so important. So you have to think in terms of the investor in order for you to get paid. You have to know where the money is and where it's going or whatever. Where it is with the seller, where it's going with the buyer. But you're going to start there where it's going to figure out how you can get in between those two transactions and get paid. So.
All right, this is the first question on TikTok. Where do I start? If I'm
where do you start? Well, most common question starts with educating yourself. And then you need a source of education. I give it all the way through my YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and do a search for Flipman, the world is yours. Or you can just text me at 205-964-5243, and I will happily send you the link to get started.
All right, this is on Instagram. Is it really necessary to use both the purchase and sales agreement and the contract with the buyer? Can one be used, or just can one?
I guess some way it could be done that way. I don't know how, but ideally you want that information from both individuals to be separated until you got a deal in place or whatever. What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This one came from Shelly from the H. She said, is an assignment the only contract you need to complete a deal? If not, what other contracts and documents do you need to successfully complete a deal?
All right, the contract that you need, it's gonna get put it up on the screen since you did. Hey, the contract that you need, if you text the word contract, it's right there. If you text the word contract to 205-964-5243, not only is it going to show you how to access that contract that I've been using since 2003 for free, but it's also going to give you an instructional video on how to fill it out for sellers and cash buyers, right? So it shows you how to use it for both and why I don't use an assignment contract at all for the most part, and still get paid via an assignment fee.
All right. You sort of answered this already, but Joel Santana from Facebook wants to know, do you recommend getting a real estate license or just wholesaling?
Like I said, it's not necessary by no means. If you're going to do it, make sure you keep your investor mind first, and being an agent is secondary, just a tool or whatever. And a lot of the properties that you can't wholesale because it's not cheap enough can turn into listings, but the money that you can make as a wholesaler dwarfs what you can make as a real estate agent because it's capped out for the most part as an agent. All
right. Boss Son said you need a detailed closing sheet as well. Is that true?
Yes. If you want the detailed closing sheet, text CLOSE, CLOSE, to 205. I ain't got a banner for it, but I get it. Well, actually, I do. I just didn't upload it. 205-964-5243. You're going to get a link to show you how to access it and also how to fill it out. A video to show you how to fill it out. But it ain't fine. It's good. That's a good thing. That's what we want.
All right. This is on TikTok. Do you wholesale mobile homes?
Only a couple of my time. wholesaling a mobile home is going to be different than a house if land is not included. If land is included, it's just normal. It's just a normal transaction because really you're wholesaling the land and just a mobile home is sitting on it, really. But if you have to move it, now it's just like buying and selling a car. Buying and selling a car, that transaction can literally happen in 5 minutes because all you need is a bill of sale. Hopefully they got the title. You could easily get shut out of the deal. So you have to be creative in how you're structuring the deal because if the buyer and seller ever meet, they could easily not need you or whatever. So
All right.
you don't have to close on it to sell a mobile home if it has to be moved. But with land, you have to close on it. So that's why it'll just be the same as a house.
All right. This is on TikTok. What age did you start real estate and what would you do differently?
Start earlier. Number one, if the opportunity was given, but I guess timing is everything. You know, I might not have been, it just might not have worked out, whatever, or caused me to go down, you never know. That's part of being a human, I guess. So what was the question? And what I would do different? Oh, they asked me what I asked that. So I started at 32. So all of you guys that are 14, 15, 17, 18, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You are 20s or whatever. You're so fortunate to even be thinking about this at that age. I didn't even know it existed until 32. Let's even put a cap on that. I didn't even know it existed. I just thought, like a lot of people think you need a lot of money or great credit to even get involved in real estate investing. And so far from the truth. Well, I guess we can't go beyond what we don't know, right? And it's more, it's more that we don't know than we do know, or whatever. So, but that's cool.
All right, somebody just made a statement. Let me hold a 20.
Hey,
They said, "Let me hold a 20."
I'm like,
Oh, I thought you-
hey, well, I need to meet you at. Oh, we just gonna roll with them three today.
What?
Them three new banners.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. DJ Tito from YouTube said, "Do you think direct letters are effective?"
Who?
DJ Tito.
Oh, direct letters. Yeah, direct mail.
Oh,
She's
okay.
basically saying direct mail. It could be very effective. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This one came from Boombox 256 on YouTube. He said, "I usually buy land at tax auction. However, I just bought a condo in Homewood." Okay, Homewood. When can I charge rent on the property?
Well, it depends on, Homewood is a desirable area, but it's different parts of Homewood. The rents will be a lot higher than others. So it just depends on what part of Homewood you're in, how many bedrooms and bath, the condition, all that stuff will factor in.
All right, this one's from Greg Black from YouTube. He said, "When making your offer to a seller, when there is a mortgage on the house, is the MAO offer price ARV times 70% minus repair, minus fee, minus mortgage?"
Well, the mortgage itself, you just do the formula, and then let me just say this. Most people are going to give you a price that covers what they owe, whether it's a mortgage, tax, liens, whatever. They're going to give you a price that covers what they owe. So now if you just do the form like you normally do, either the numbers work or they don't, or whatever, based on the price they give you.
All right, this one's from Big Boy Music Group on YouTube. They said, "What's the proper document to submit to a seller if extra time is needed from the initial contract? The seller has issues he has to work out before selling, but already has signed the contract."
You can just send a brand new contract with the new dates, or you can just edit the dates and just initial those areas and let them initial, boom. So either or works.
All right, I be moving up. Okay, I like that. I be moving up from YouTube said, "What is the best and cheapest skip trace service for a beginner?"
Well, I'm affiliated with the company, so you can YouTube search Skip to Flip. I don't know if it's the cheapest. I'm just telling you what I'm affiliated with, so I can only tell you what I know. We're just talking about can't go beyond what we don't know. So you can compare or whatever. So YouTube search Skip to Flip. Skip, SKIP, the actual number to Flip, all one word.
All right. I don't think they finished this, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. I have a 1.5 empty acre lot in Houston, Texas. What would be better to, and it stopped it right there. So I'm guessing what they should do with that.
Next question.
Okay, all right. All right. Have you ever thought about doing a meet and greet?
Yeah, I have. I have thought about it. I just I've done it. Well, I don't know if that's well. Yeah, I guess that's what that's called. I've done it with Pace and Jamil when I was out in Phoenix. With them, but I was just with them. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So that was their thing, or whatever. So I get, I don't know.
Yeah, you should definitely do one. All right, this is on Instagram. How do you find leans?
How do you find liens?
Yeah,
Now, it depends on what type of
property.
liens.
Yeah.
Now, I need one for deal later. But deal later, aka PropStream, has a filter in there that will identify liens. Now, depending on the county you're targeting, how they make that information available to the public will determine what type of lien. So you can just go to deallater.com and test it out.
All right, this is on Instagram. I'm unemployed. Will that be an issue with escrow?
No, I'm unemployed too.
All right, this is on TikTok. What costs? Yeah. What's the cost to get started? I'm very interested.
Well, technically, you can start with zero. Technically, right? The information, the training, the knowledge is free, right? So you have nothing to lose when the knowledge and training is free. But anyway, but you could technically start with zero. And what I mean by that is you can wholesale other wholesalers' properties, right? Like if you could build a buyer's list of 4 or 5 people in a particular market, that'll be more than enough to feed, some of your wholesalers their deals. So that didn't cost you anything. So now you just get out there and find 4 or 5 cash buyers that buy over and over again monthly. And then now you say, well, how to find the cash buyers? Well, a couple of things you could do is like we were talking to the man, we're talking about auctions. You can go to those, pass out a business card or your information in some format, right? Normally it's going to be, not cash buyers there. You could put out what they call phantom signs that says house for sale in a particular market. Say if it's $100,000 area, you may put out signs say house for sale, 30,000 cash in your phone number. Your phone's gonna ring off the hook. Some of those are gonna be cash buyers. Some of them going, do y'all rent houses? No, this house, the sign says house for sale. You're gonna get some of that. You're gonna get people calling you. You need anybody to do some contractor work, somebody to cut your grass. You're gonna get some of that now, but the purpose is attracting cash buyers. So like I say, you don't need 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. So those are 2 simple ways that you could do that. So that costs you zero. Now, if you have a few $100s, when I say a few, anywhere from $300 to maybe $600, there's some things you can do to start generating leads, because that's all the business really boils down to is how effective are you at generating leads, and the numbers take over, even if you really don't know what you're doing. So,
all right, this is on TikTok. Do cash buyers look for high mortgages?
I'm not sure what they mean, but I'm gonna tell them what I think they mean. When you say high mortgage, I guess they mean high equity. I guess that's what they mean. In order for it to be a deal, for a wholesale deal, in most cases, there has to be a lot of equity. If you don't know what equity means, it's basically what someone's owed. What it's worth, what it could be worth, subtracting what they owe on the property. And that's the equity. So if they owe $10,000, but it's worth 100, the equity is 90,000. If they owe 80,000 and the value of the property is 100, the equity is only 20,000. So hopefully I understood the question.
All right. Boss son, he said, do you have any leads to buyers in Houston?
Do I have any leads to buyers in Houston?
You know any buyers in Houston?
Well, yeah, that's going to be one of the stronger areas for buyers or whatever. If you got a deal, you want to send it over. All you got to do is just text me at 205-964-5243. Text 5050. Just follow the instructions there, and that'll get you going.
All right. Ellis Berry from YouTube said, "Is the equation still $25 livable, $40 unlivable for ARV?"
No, those are for repairs.
Okay.
That's not ARV. That's for repairs. ARV is something different.
Let's see. This one is from Laura Hudson. She said, "Hey Ty, may have an opportunity for a property in River Ridge, Michigan. How do I find a buyer?"
Well, hopefully you have a great deal. So you have it under contract, then you want to market your deal through Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, LinkedIn groups, Craigslist, realtors, real groups, bandit signs, Google Sell My House Fast, the name of that city, River Ridge. And the first 2 or 3 pages of results are going to be normally real players in that market. Other wholesalers, we ain't got that up there, other wholesalers. So those are going to be some methods to use.
All right. Shelly from the H said, "What about a memorandum of contract? Is it necessary?"
Some people think so. I don't personally think so, but that's going to be up to the individual.
All right. This is from Amos Kadim from YouTube. He said, "Do you have YouTube tutorials how to generate sellers leads by using Facebook and other social media?"
I don't really have much on that.
All right. Chantrice Noir from Facebook said, "Do you wholesale apartments and how would you suggest we begin?"
Yes, whenever I get my hands on them, they're tougher than houses in a lot of cases, but you just have to educate yourself, darling. I wouldn't probably skip houses. There's not going to be a whole lot of information out there on wholesaling apartments, but in reality, if you understand how to evaluate an apartment building, then you can wholesale the same way the house, because you have to first understand what it may be worth and then backdoor the deal. Now, it doesn't have to be as deeply discounted as houses have to be, because it's an income property, and investors look at it as a long-term play versus a short-term play when you're dealing with a lot of houses and situations, especially with the buy, fix, and flippers. So it's just a different process, more than what I could just sit here and try to explain to you on this.
All right. All About Me and You from YouTube said,
Like calling them names out, don't you?
"Y'all be having some names. When you do a contract with the real estate agent, do you still send the documents to your own title company, and does the agent get paid via the title company?"
Well, when you say do a contract with the agent, I guess you mean the agent is either representing a seller or a buyer. So the process is still going to be done the same, and whoever is agreed to pay the agent is going to pay the agent, but it happens at closing that they get paid when everybody else gets paid or whatever. So if I understand the question correctly.
All right. Boombox 256.
Go to community, that tab.
Hit send.
Hit send.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
This is a follow-up because he asked about the place in Homewood. He said, "It's 2 minutes from Vestavia, 1 bed, 1 bath. I have the tax deed. Can you charge rent without the owner's deed?"
I would assume so. That's the purpose, and most people try to do those tax liens, tax certificates, or whatever. So I would assume you have some form of possession of the property. So I would I'm assuming it's vacant. So yeah, you should be able to rock and roll with it or whatever. So
yeah, that's a condo. I want to see that.
Depending on how much, you can just look and see what 1-bedroom apartments are renting for in that area of Homewood and roll with it.
Mm-hmm. All right, John Doe from YouTube said, "How much is one-on-one coaching?" Y'all love to ask that.
To get pricing on that, I'm not going to quote it here because it'll change, and this video will be seen years from now or whatever. So got this word called inflation that I just have to do what they do or whatever. Anyway, so but go to flipman.net and just tap on the logo, and you'll see the pricing for it, the Flipman logo.
Okay, this is on Instagram. How do you determine the Reno budget? That's the biggest issue right now.
The who?
Is RNO?
RNO? RNO?
RENO, sorry.
REN. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that term.
Okay.
Please educate us.
Yes, please. All right. What's your favorite marketing tool right now?
I guess text messaging. Facebook ads are pretty good, but they're expensive. So just to compare, I guess text messaging because it's more cost efficient or whatever. So
All right. This is on TikTok. I live in Eagle Pass, Texas. We have the only casino in the state. Should I invest around it? It says,
I
should
don't
I?
know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. Yeah, I'm saying that's speculation. So it sounds like it'll be a good idea. I guess it's just the only casino in the whole state of Texas. Wow, that's interesting.
All right. Do you know any LinkedIn groups? I can't find any. That's on TikTok.
Do you know of any LinkedIn groups?
I can't find any. So I guess it's other.
Oh, man, that's just a search. When you say find any for what? For wholesaling?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to find, you may not be specifically for wholesaling, you just say real estate or whatever. But I hadn't looked in a while, but I'm going to be shocked if there's not any.
Okay. This is on TikTok as well. Do I need to get my credit together to buy a house?
If you're trying to buy a house for your own personal to live in, then that is one avenue. Yeah, you're going to probably need to get your credit straight. But there are alternatives because there are individuals out there that will owner finance you the house. The owner will be the bank per se. So that is possible or whatever. But, so 2 avenues you can take.
All right. Should I pay someone to cold call or should I do it myself?
Well, ideally, you need to know what to do. What was that? I close fast.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know what to do in order to teach someone how to cold call. Now, if they're VAs, and then you may partner with someone that really may not know enough about the business, and you're already going to have to be a trial and error as far as you educating them on the process and what to expect. Now, you got some people just natural on the phone, and with the proper backing from you because of your knowledge, you all probably can make that work or whatever. So,
all right. This is also on TikTok. How do I wholesale tax delinquent properties?
same way, if you're dealing directly with the owner, it's just a lien or whatever. As long as the number that works for you covers what they owe and they're willing to accept that or whatever. If there's any difference that they get, at closing, then same thing. Assuming you're dealing with the owner.
All right, this is on Instagram. What's the easiest way? The easiest way to calculate the ARV, is it always 70%?
ARV is not. You're confusing ARV with the mayo, as they call it. ARV is the value. It's part of the formula. ARV, the acronym is after repair value. I think I actually put a video out calling it that too myself anyway. So, you take the after repair value times 70% minus repairs minus your fee. They call it maximum allowable offer is the term that a lot of people use to describe that quote unquote formula, whatever. So.
All right, this one came from DJ Cree from YouTube. He said, once you have a deal under contract, when should you engage / find a closing attorney or title company to give them the earnest money?
Well, ideally, you want to wait until you have a cash buyer on the contract also. You have a seller in the contract, then you have a buyer in the contract. And that's when those contracts will be submitted to whatever title company or closing attorney. Now, I use what they call a closing detail sheet to try to help the seller, whoever's closing the deal know who's the seller, who's the buyer, sales price, who's getting paid what, who's paying what, who's receiving an assignment fee, and so on, who's paying closing costs. If you want a copy of that document along with instructions, all you have to do is text the word close, CLOSE, to 205-964-5243.
All right, Big Boy Music Group said, can you edit and initial changes in DocuSign?
I've never tried to do that or whatever. I don't think so because it's a PDF. I don't think it's a PDF editor. I've never tried to do that before.
All right, Joel Santana from Facebook said, what states are you interested into JV with?
I would pretty much all of them. If the city is big, and it's more about how big is the city. Like ideally, 250,000 in population is ideal and larger.
All right. Brian Turner from Facebook said, is bandit sign still the best way to find sellers? Been away from the wholesaling world for a few years.
I don't know if it's the best way. For a beginner, it can be one of the better ways for a few $100s. I don't know if it's still the best way. Yeah, make sure if you want to join us live, the actual questions on the live stream get pushed to the front of the line. All you have to do is text the word, what did I say? Now, NOW, to 205-964-5243.
All right. D'Angelo Cox from YouTube said, Flipman, where the free blank copies of the purchase agreement? Okay. Where are the free blank copies of the purchase agreement?
Text the word contract to 205-964-5243. You're gonna receive, you have to fill out a couple things, but it's cool, it's free. And it's gonna send you a link with the video that's showing you how to access the contract, to fill it out as much as you want, how to fill it out for sellers and buyers.
All right, this is on Instagram. How many deals have you closed with your investor?
Oh, that's like with my investor? Next
With
question.
your investors.
I've been doing this since 2003 a lot.
All right, this is also on Instagram. How do you find rock star title companies? Do you pay any time doing while making the deal, or does the buyer pay for everything?
Well, ideally, you want to wait on the buyers to do that, but sometimes not situated. It may be the person that you're dealing with that's the cash buyer, maybe their first deal, so they don't have that relationship built with a title company or closing attorney. So the simple thing you can do is go to my Facebook group, Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flip Man. Ask the question, what title company, what attorneys are wholesaler friendly in XYZ city?
All right. This one came from Diamond Thomas. She said, I got my list. How often should I follow up?
Well, I guess cold call, text message, maybe direct mail. At least 5 to 7 times, at least.
All right. This is a question from TikTok.
I understood the question. Go ahead.
This is a question from TikTok from 10K month passive income. He said, have you ever tried to assign a contract and the buyer got angry because he saw how much you were making at the closing table and then walked away?
I've never had that to happen.
All right.
I've never had that to happen.
This one came from Boss Son. He said, can you shout out my little bro, Ramiro Ruiz? He does not think I can do this. I'm going to be on your show soon.
So shout out his big bro, Ramiro. What's his name?
Ramiro Ruiz.
So I'm assuming Ramiro's watching. Why are you doubting your man, your big bro, as he calls it, or little bro? Why are you doubting him? Why not encourage him, right? Stop hating, what it sounds like. Encourage him to succeed.
All right.
Well, everybody don't think like that?
Unfortunately, no. It's a lot of haters in the world.
Wow. What has happened in your life?
Who hurt you?
What has happened in your life that you don't want to see others succeed?
Who hurt you?
What has happened?
All right. I want to deal with
Somebody please answer. People out there, hey, help me. What has happened? My mind, what has happened?
I want to deal with it. The youngest still come
Enough
on.
money out here for
Might want to get you
everybody.
some therapy. All right. Tara Stewart from YouTube said, what is the usual turnaround time to receive a property comp from you all?
Normally within 24 hours. If it's submitted on the weekend, then, it'll be that Monday. or whatever, but normally 24 hours. We normally get them out. We get them out pretty quick. When did you send it, Tara?
Mm-hmm. All right, Chantrice Noir from Facebook said, what text messaging app would you suggest?
If you text the number 205-964-5243, the word text, T-E-X-T, you see the link, you'll receive the link with a video showing you how to use text to flip to answer your question. Text to flip on my shirt.
All right, this is on TikTok. I've been doing wholesaling since December of 2020, and I'm still stuck at getting deals. Any tips?
That ain't that long. What today? The 29th. That's just 4 months. You good? What are you doing to generate? What are you doing to generate daily leads? Let's answer, please, Mr. What was their name?
Penny Chase 18.
So you got the.
Some of these names, you know.
You can't read them. You know what I'm saying? Don't even try to figure out. Penny Chase 218. That's what it said.
Penny Chase 18.
Penny Chase 18. Please answer. What are you doing to generate daily leads?
And if you put up banner signs, how many are staying good?
Ken says she wants you all's usernames to be 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4, 5, 6. Something simple. You can read it out. Jessica be trying to read all of it. Okay, what it is. I think it's
Sometimes they don't like know that their question being read.
You trying to make sure that they be like,
your name,
listen up. But on Instagram is more difficult than YouTube for some reason, and then TikTok is more difficult than Instagram. You know what I'm saying? As far as usernames, I guess because what they allow you to get away with or whatever. So.
All right, this is also on TikTok. How do you deal with a house that has been abandoned and the owner has passed away?
Well, you have to find the heirs of the property.
It's Leah Jessica.
What's her name?
It's Leah Jessica.
There you go. What's up, Leah Jessica? What's up, Leah Jessica? You have to find the heirs. Like, do they have any kids? Just keep going down. So if they don't have any kids, now you have to go to their brothers and sisters, right? So have to find the heirs. If they don't have a will, then it's heir property, as they call it. So now, depending on how many people are considered heirs, direct heirs, will determine how many people got to make a decision. Number one, do they want to sell it? And number two, do they want to sell it at a price that works for you? So.
It's my grandmother's house.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, how many aunts and uncles did you have? Are all of those still alive? Because if they're not, now it goes down to your cousins. The next level for that particular aunt or uncle that passed away or whatever. It just can keep splintering off. Just depends.
All right. John McAllister from YouTube said, I ain't had McAllister for a long time. Where again should we send our potential deals?
Thank you very much. That's
So glad you asked that.
Text the number 205-964-5243. Text 5050, and you'll get the instructions on where to send the deals.
Okay. Now this is a follow-up, but somebody had asked a question like that earlier, like they texted something and they said they did. So I don't know if they didn't get it.
What?
If they did text and they didn't get what they needed back, what they need to do.
If you ain't get anything back, do this for me. Let me see, what we DM me. If you didn't get, you got it?
It's gonna take me to Andrew.
Oh, just be patient. It's coming.
Patience.
You got yours? Okay, just be patient. We got the impatient people in here.
Right.
Okay, just be patient. It's coming. So forget that DM. That's what I just said. Yeah. Just be patient.
We're gonna keep the Android users lifted up in prayer because that's crazy. All right. Bad Apple said, "Thank you for your info, old school." He said, "I bought a house." I know, I just try to read all the comments. I'm sorry, it's not me.
No, you know what it means. That's cool. I'm glad to be alive. Huh? I'm glad to be alive.
Right. He said, "I bought a house for 28K and sold it for 125K. What should I invest in next?"
Woo.
The world is yours.
I'm wondering how much he put in repairs on it though.
Right.
That would be it. It doesn't matter. It seemed like he made some good bread or whatever. I don't know. It sound like you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wash and repeat.
Right.
What is it? Wash, rinse, and repeat.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is we were talking about haters earlier. He said the world is mad. There's enough money for everybody.
Yeah,
Facts.
man. It's true, man.
Big facts. Shelly with the H said, "Do you need an LLC to download Prop Stream?"
Nope, you
No.
don't.
She also asked, "Do you need one for batch?"
Nope, you don't.
Let's see. This one's from Thomas Chandler. He said, "What if the owner is in a nursing home?"
If they haven't given power of attorney over to someone else, then that's the person you still got to deal with. I've been to a few nursing homes and got it done. Boom.
All right. I'm Dirt from YouTube. Why you call yourself Dirt?
But she said she wanted to know that she reading their
Why you
question.
call yourself that?
Hey,
He
I like
said,
that though. I'm Dirt. That's what's up.
All right. How to properly determine ARV? The hardest part for me. That's what he said.
Hey, my man, just start watching all of my Comps 101 shows. We're up to number 27 now. So just go to YouTube and do a search for Flipman, Comps 101, right? And you can see all 27 shows. That's what Jamil and I, mainly Jamil, going through how to comp a property. You know, after that's at least 25 hours of training or whatever. You should be where you need to go.
All right, this is on TikTok. Why the investors will go to you instead of looking the houses up for themselves?
Because you found it first.
Yeah.
You put it on the contract. So now they got to go through you. And plus, a lot of them don't like to spend a lot of time looking for houses. They rather spend their time on dealing with contractors. That's a job in itself.
All right, this is also on TikTok. Do you hear about the state requiring a license to wholesale? I think in Philly.
I don't know about the state. I know the city of Philadelphia requires a wholesaler's license, but it's not like you have to take a test. From my understanding, it's just more or less just going like buying a business license, which is that's no big deal.
All right, how can you make the end buyer pay closing costs and earnest money deposit?
That's just standard practice. They just normally don't have a problem with it because they're getting a great deal. Sometimes you'll have some that want you to participate in the closing costs, earnest money. No, that's just standard. But you have to just make the decision. We'll just say the closing cost is $1,500, right? And the cash buyer says, I'm only going to pay half of that, but you're about to make $15,000. So I'm not going to allow $750 to keep me from making $14,250. Y'all didn't get that math?
Say it one more time.
All right. The closing cost is $1,500. Half of that is $750. So that's the half you're going to have to pay. You're about to make $15,000, but that $750 is going to come out of your $15,000. So what I said was, I'm not going to allow. He said, no, you're going to pay it all. And he said, okay, I'll just walk. I'm not going to allow $750 less than the $1,500, which would mean $14,250. So that's why I say I'm not going to allow $750 prevent me from making $14,250. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, this could be a repeat buyer. Who knows how much money you'll make with them down the road over the years, months, years.
All right, this is also on TikTok. How do we find out if they owe taxes?
Well, that's just going to come out in the whenever the title work is done. It's just going to be known how much they owe in taxes and whatever else they owe.
All right, they said, thanks a lot, Flip Man. You dropping value in here.
I try my best. You want to hear more value? Text me at 205-964-5243. If you want to go live with us right now, text the word now to 205-964-5243. Text me and I'll text you back. Y'all know that song?
No.
Huh? Let me just say it one more time. I guarantee somebody gonna. Now I'm creating my own version of it.
Okay.
Text me and I'll text you back. Don't you say no? You probably know. Text me and I'll text you back.
What else they say? That's all you gonna say?
Well, that's the hook. But they ain't saying text me and I'll text you back. But they'll know. Watch what they. My people out here know. My old heads know. My old schools, as they call them.
But you don't be singing it right.
I'm on the right tune. When I play that for you when we finish this, text me and I'll text you back. I'll text you back. It ain't the actual song. I'm putting my own version of
Somebody
it.
said Digital Underground.
There you go. There you go.
They not old
The
school.
song is Kiss Me and I'll Kiss You Back. And I just said text me and I'll text you back. I already knew.
They sleep on
And
Digital
they said
Underground.
they went old school. There you go. Boom.
That ain't how the somebody said that ain't how the song go. Thank you, Kimberly Douglas.
Kiss me and I'll kiss you back. Text me and I'll text you back. That is the tune. Huh? I just said it.
Digital Underground.
Digital Underground. You remember the Do the Hump the Dance? Do the Hump. I know y'all know that song, right? Do. You don't know that either?
No, I can't say nothing about that.
Oh my God!
I know
she
that
know it.
song.
I might not be doing that right. Dun, 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 dun. Dance with me, baby. Do the hump the dance. Do the hump the dance. You don't know that either? You don't know that? Oh wow! But you know it, don't you? I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Her daddy got her right. Some stuff she should have been listening.
Shouldn't even been listening to that.
Yeah, hump the hump. Yeah.
All right. Thomas Chandler said, I live in the small town of Gloversfield.
Hold on. What was the song they did with Tupac? When they're at the pool. Yeah, the video they're at a pool or whatever. Whoever know what I'm talking about, the song that it was Tupac's song, but they were, was it Tupac's song or their song? I think it was Tupac's song, and they were just, I get around. Yeah, I get around. You know that with Tupac?
No, I don't know them singing.
So you know the song "Get Around" with Tupac? That's them. They produced that song. That's how Tupac basically started with them. He in that video, hump the hump. He on the stage with them doing the humpty dance. Wow. Ah, the youth.
Whatever. All right. Thomas Chandler. He says he lives in the small town of Gloversfield, New York. Where should my market start? Albany, Schenectady.
So how far is he from those larger cities?
Yeah.
How far is he say from those larger cities?
He didn't say. He said, but in the small town I live in, there are dozens of distressed homes.
Depending on what's your definition of small, what's the population in that town? And I can give you a better idea.
All right. Byron Scott said,
I'll text you back.
Byron Scott said, hey, Flip Man, can you share a JV agreement document that you use?
I just use my purchase and sales agreement, depending on what side of it on. If I'm dealing with the wholesaler that has the seller under contract, then I'm going to be a buyer on my contract. If I have the contract with the seller, then the wholesaler is going to be a buyer on my contract or whatever.
All right.
I don't use per se a JV contract, that really probably wouldn't stand up in court, but a purchase and sales agreement would.
All right. Your mom from YouTube said, what if the seller wants you to put in earnest money deposit because I've been in that situation before.
They want you to do what?
Put in earnest money.
Well, yeah, that's normal
Yeah,
practice.
the gag is
That's
what you're
that's
supposed
normal
to do.
practice. And it's just, are they going to accept the amount that you're willing to put up? Is the
Mhm.
question.
All right, Boombox 256 says open the super chat so I can donate.
Oh, put my cash app up
Yeah, we got that banner.
so I can get all of it. How about that? You see the cash app on the screen, my man? So I can get all of it. Super chat, I get 30%. I don't even have that. I don't even have it set up with YouTube though. But if you're feeling like the collection plate is empty, and we got some non-paying heathens in here with all this value, then the cash app is on the screen, baby. We ain't begging. We don't just saying. We like to eat good around here for lunch. At least lunch money for these peoples. Oh, text me and I'll text you back.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, that's Tupac's song. I get around.
Mhm. He was really fine in that video. That's why I remember.
That's what he was doing in that video.
He was. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Big K said, I need free mentorship from you, Footman.
Oh,
And you can have that on YouTube.
oh yeah, it's all there.
It's all on YouTube.
There you go.
That's cool. All right. Everybody's saying that. Shirley with the age said, you're showing your age.
That's fine. I'm glad to be alive. The only response I can tell you that I got folks that supposed to be the same age as I am, but they ain't. So text me and I'll text you back.
So let me see. They're calling us young. All right. Your mom said, what if the seller still owes money on their home? Is it still possible to wholesale? Absolutely. But the money
if the numbers work,
the numbers have to make sense.
What they owe needs to be less than the price that works for you. And they're willing to accept it, of course.
All right. Vicky X, where is this?
Where is this? Text me and I'll text you back. This is Vicky. I am in Birmingham, Alabama.
Right.
Birmingham, Alabama. Coming to you live. In the flesh.
Let's see. They said we need to listen to some old school. Somebody said I'm 54. These young heads don't know.
Text me and I'll text you back. And I'll text you back.
Let's see.
205-964-5243.
Let's see. Somebody said we too damn
Oh,
young.
Goldberg.
Get up off me and Ken.
800 6014.
Let's see. All right.
What is Goldberg? You know what's crazy?
It's an attorney. It's an attorney.
Oh, okay.
You want to sue somebody? He was Shannara before Shannara.
He was.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. All right. Julene from YouTube said, I'm interested in becoming a real estate investor. However, I don't know where to start. Any advice?
Well, Julian, you just have to take advantage of all this free content that some people offer stuff, but I think not bragging, have the one place you can get it all for free right there on my YouTube channel. You're already on YouTube, looks like. So text me and I'll text you back. 205-964-5243.
All right, this is on Instagram. What's the most anyone has ever paid for a house when wholesaling? I'm guessing they
Well,
to you.
Me personally, maybe in the 300s. But you got markets, people wholesale deals where they're 7 figures. Well, I'm sure 8 figures too, or whatever, but definitely 7 figures or whatever. So it doesn't matter. See, if you can get a $3 million house that's worth ARV of $3 million, meaning fixed up or whatever, and great condition, $3 million. If you can get it for 1.5, and we say it takes 500 to fix it, 500,000 to fix it, you can make 100 or 200,000 off that house. It doesn't matter. The money is out there.
All right. TikTok, can you go over the deals how to use with other wholesalers? So when you're working with other wholesalers.
Oh, the
how-
wholesaler. Well, depending on what side of you you're on. Now, if it's your deal, you have it under contract with the seller, another wholesaler reaches out to you and say, hey, I may have a buyer for this. Okay, so now you all have to agree, are you going to split it 50-50? Meaning what you have it under contract with your seller for, or you give them a price and whatever they make above that amount, they keep. That's it. Same thing if you're on the other side of it, they have it under contract with the seller and you're the buyer. Same thing. So you just paperwork at that point.
All right. Adam Punts said, leads. Where can I find all these properties?
It's all about just marketing. That's what majority of my channel is talking about, is how to generate leads. You know, that's why we talk about the text message, the cold calling, driving for dollars, direct mail, Facebook ads, Google ads, other wholesalers, door knocking, ringless voicemail. You know, I just go on and on. So, you know, marketing, generating leads, advertising your butt off. Same thing that big companies do, making billions of dollars, but they marketing their butts off to make sure they continue to make that money. What do you think you need to do as a small outfit?
All right.
Gotta let people know you exist, man.
All right. This one's from Dennis Hooks Sr. He said, me and my wife would like to get started right away. What's the first thing we need to do? Educate yourself.
Educate yourself, Dennis, and your Mrs. Hooks. And Mrs. You need to educate yourself. Take advantage of all this free knowledge. I know that's just like a simple blanket answer, but I'm just being true, because what will happen is it's going to be just amazing. Once you educate yourself, you're going to know what to do.
Right.
I give it all away right here on my YouTube channel. You just have to have the patience to do it.
And if you have any questions, you can text 205-964-5243. Get your question answered.
Text me and I'll text you back. And I'll
Right.
text. I can't wait to play this song.
Please don't.
That's fine. Let's get it. Make me a part of the news.
Chantrice Noir said,
Make me go viral.
are you interested in a Tampa and surrounding area
Most
JV?
definitely, before you even get it out.
We love Tampa. All right. Tara Stewart said, is there a way to skip trace only a portion of a large list on PropStream besides clicking each one I want to select individually?
You will probably need to download the list, right? And then use Excel or a CSV file to only just keep the part of the list you want to skip trace.
All right. I don't have any more questions.
Oh, yeah. I don't forget which one it was that I showed you how to do that. I think I did it in that, might have been the text to flip video. Might have been the text to flip video on my shirt.
All right, this is on TikTok. How can you find tax default properties in Florida?
Well, depending on the county, it may be just a free list you could download. If not, normally it doesn't cost that much. So you want to access the county website to see how you can obtain those lists.
All right, this is on Instagram. For some reason, for some odd reason, I can't find the free contract.
Text.
Well, I guess, yeah, when they're trying to download it.
Text 205-964-5243. Text the word contract. There's going to be a video you're going to receive back after you fill out the thing, you get in the community, right? That video is going to show you how to access the contract for free, how to fill it out for sellers and buyers, how to download it, how to use it if you want to print it out while it's filled out, or you can use the service like DocuSign to get it signed electronically.
What do you know about Maryland?
It starts with an M, and there's a lot of opportunity there depending on what part of Maryland.
You can talk about how you got started. I think somebody else.
That's a long, drawn out story there.
Don't make him get.
Yeah.
I got one question.
Yeah.
This is from Leroy Strokesman on YouTube. He said, "What are your thoughts on using a seller's side only HUD?"
If the title company is okay, well, attorney is okay with doing that, that's fine. You know, it's up to you. I mean, up to them. If they'll do that, then yeah, roll with it. But yeah,
All right.
we're good. All right, guys, we've been rolling. So text me and I text you back. Text 205-964-5243. You can get the contract. You can get the closing detail. Well, you get the contract by texting the word contract. Closing detail sheet by texting the word close. You want to partner JV with me, just text 5050. If you want to be alerted when we go live on any live streams or upload new video, just text the word live. What am I missing? Oh, if you got a question, just text the word question or whatever, and boom, you're in. So 205-964-5243. Going to really put a lot of effort in here to make sure I'm communicating with you guys. It'll be me communicating with you on this. So that's where you want to reach me at. So make sure you like this and share it. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. Everything you need to know is right there on my YouTube channel. So there's really no excuses. You have nothing to lose when the knowledge and training is free. Jessica W.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.